So at last night's board meeting, we had 2 board meetings. One was legit, one wasn't legit. Henard vetoes everything that the board passed to lay down the law. She busts into this meeting. She lays down the law. And the village constituents, they literally turn their back on her and say, basically, get out, start singing while she's talking. And as she leaves, she comes in and she spends 7 whole minutes addressing the town and is basically booed out of the room as people are saying, bye-bye, bye-bye. I mean, just some drama in Dolton. Let's get into it. Here we go. So I did a complete live stream on the overall everything that happened. Today, we're just focusing on Tiffany trying to veto what had already happened in the meeting. So let's pick up with Critical Smoker's feed, his video feed. He live streamed it, and we'll kind of run through the things we want to focus on here. Let's go. The audio on this is super quiet. It's just, Village needs to turn it up. It's not Critical Smoker's feed. It's the audio. Everybody has to try and strain to hear. Here's the segment we're concerned about. Here's when they stand up and they turn their back on her. Absolutely nuts.
One is the other is special counsel, and the other is police chief. Board of trustees. Do you consent to my appointment? It's not on the agenda. It is on the agenda. So do you consent? Out of order, lady. Out of order. Do you consent? Board of trustees. Okay, so y'all do know that that's like excavating.
They're singing over her. They're singing over the top of her. This is what it's come to, Village of Dolton. This is her veto. Now, they've already gone through 7 items of business that they've approved. They're trying to ratchet down on the spending. They're trying to get rid of some of the leases on Tiff's Tahoes that are costing them. One of the leases was like $2,500 a month, something like that. $2,500 a month for one vehicle for Tiff and her cadre of police officers to roam around the village in, doing who knows what. So she came in to this meeting an hour late, hijacks the meeting, takes the mic, and basically states, I'm going to appoint these 3 people, and that didn't happen, clearly. And then I'm going to veto everything you've done previously in this meeting. These 7 items, yeah, I'm vetoing them all. Vetoed. And she just comes in and creates some havoc, some just absolute insanity. She's indicating that everybody on the bench, everybody that is there as a legit trustee is corrupt. She just said they're corrupt.
I don't understand what it is I've been fighting for, what it is I've been trying to tell. Because y'all got one-sided narratives and y'all don't have no facts. So once you make facts, you will understand what it is I've been fighting for this entire time. I'm only here for one reason. My appointment, just to be clear, since y'all thinking all that noise, just to be crystal clear, I am here to appoint my police chief, my village
couldn't hear that, she is there literally. I am here to appoint my police chief, my village administrator, and the new village attorney. She was there to do that in direct violation of the temporary restraining order. They've already been to court on that just a couple of days ago, last Thursday. They had yet another hearing. So is the village attorney going to have to take her to court yet again for her vetoing these 7 actions and her illegal appointment of the 3 individuals? I don't know. I mean, you've just got so much to work through here. It's insane.
So I just want to come here and lay the law down. So I just want to be crystal clear out there. This is a unique meeting. I'm going to put my information on the record. You got to go around. You guys are welcome to come. I want to give away free food. I want to give away free content. And I'll have the other thing I want to read.
She's talking to an unruly crowd, if you can't hear it, about some of her events that are going to be coming up on. And she's literally just pretending as if this meeting just went, smooth. Just, oh yeah, everything's great. And she's just talking to people. Hey, appreciate you coming. Delusional. Delusional would be my term for her lack of control over these meetings. She knows it outwardly. She just can't show it. Never let them see you sweat, right? That is what you've got going on here in a nutshell. Never let them see you sweat.
And I know some of y'all are calling out, so I thank you for actually showing love, and please put some respect on that. Thank y'all.
This is great.
Mr. Mayor, take that.
When your mayor leaves the meeting and people cheer, people basically just when your mayor leaves the meeting and people cheer, people basically just jeer her on her way out. Absolute nuts. The shenanigans that we're witnessing here they're without reproach. You know what I mean? It's, you literally can't make this stuff up. It's insane. Judge asked to hold mayor in contempt for interfering in Dolton operations after ordered not to. Judge said, don't screw around with these illegal hires that you're doing. She does that again. And within this meeting, she tries to veto everything. Okay, let's go back for just a scooch. It was the way that the vetoes were handled by Tiffany Henard that was not legal. That is what Jason House, because we couldn't hear from the attorney because the audio is just not loud enough. Jason House is clarifying that the way that she went about her veto was not legal. So those vetoes won't stand. And then her appointments will not stand either. I mean, we know that from the judge, right? So what do you think? What do you think will happen? Will the village go back to court yet again? Will they have to fight Tiffany Henard on her veto? Probably not. Sounds like that'll just kind of fall by the wayside. But moving forward on this temporary restraining order, that is the thing that is also problematic because a judge has already been involved with that. And this notion that the supermayor can just come in and, willy-nilly veto things, just whatever she wants to do, and then make some appointments and not even be at the meeting when she should be. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Whole thing is it's wonky. Village of Dolton right now is wonky. And I think the I think the trustees that we saw at the end of that video there, they are trying to right the system. I think Jason House will be a great mayor down the road. I think if he doesn't win the next election in Dolton, let's just say he probably should. I don't believe Tiffany Henard has enough pull. She has made enough enemies throughout the village. There's no way she gets reelected. She was elected with 83% of the vote first time through. But then she started pulling these shenanigans, and I think people are tired of her shenanigans, as we saw from multiple instances, such as bye-bye, bye-bye, and a big cheer when she leaves, and literally standing up and turning their backs to her, and singing while the super mayor is trying to get out her message. You may or may not have been able to hear, but you could hear a critical smoker in one of the footage, like when the mayor and a couple of her folks, her appointees, I believe it was the sheriff and the village administrator, when they walked into the courtroom, you could hear the individual critical smoker who was filming go, "What the hell?" Tiffany Henard just rolls in mid-meeting and then kind of tries to lay down the law, and all of that ensues. I mean, it's absolute madness, but that's why you're tuning in. That's why you're watching this. This is literally a made-for-TV script unfolding in front of you. Now, there's one iteration. It'll either come out via an NBC or I think NBC, maybe Fox, maybe ABC, but I think NBC is the network that has allegedly, according to Bert Oldelson, one of the village attorneys, he has information that this is already in the can and it's being edited and it's going to come out. It's going to be released. A made-for-TV type drama of the drama in Dolton. I'm going to keep covering it. Make sure you're subscribed. Do all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.